Art. So thank you to Associate Susanna for recommending this week's artist, Felix Semper. Now, Liz has told me that she has over 50 recommendations on artists for us to cover, and this was from last month's survey. We will get to all of them, and they'll probably be by Art Talk number 114, I'm guessing.
It's a lot of that. It's a big number.
It is. So now over to Sarah. So Sarah's going to tell us a bit about Felix's background. So let's see if we can highlight Sarah.
Good morning, everyone. So yes, we are talking about the artist Felix Semper. So Felix Semper is really like no other artist we've ever talked about. We've talked about painters, sculptors, mixed media, you name it, but we've never talked about a paper sculptor. Semper was born in Havana, Cuba, and now resides in Greensboro, North Carolina. And he's known for these mind-bending, stretchable paper sculptures, as you can see here. Semper was actually a former real estate developer, but in 2008, he turned to sculpting. And actually, it was for fun at first. And he chose to work with paper in an effort to do something unique. And it worked. It's very unique. And his pieces, which can take 3 months to complete, go for as much as $120,000. So Semper gained popularity with his Notorious B.I.G. work in 2017, inspired by a photo of the late rapper of the same name. He crafted the sculpture from thousands of layers of glued paper, and you can see it weighs 65 pounds, and comparatively next to the artist's head, the sculpture is quite large. There's sort of a regalness of it being a bust, but then this total playfulness with the fact that the piece can be stretched and twisted. And the late rapper's family was so taken by this piece that they invited the artist to attend Biggie's birthday tribute that year. Here is another piece of another rapper. This is Tupac that Semper created. And what's so great about this is that the sculpture is holding the Notorious B.I.G. sculpture. So it's like it's like 2 in 1. And you can really see the size difference. I mean, we thought the Notorious B.I.G. was kind of large. Look at this. This is larger than human scale. So it's quite remarkable. And so he's constantly seeking new ways of, making new sculptures. Again, we have another rapper, A$AP Rocky, in a similar bust form. But again, you can see the playfulness and you can see the interest in, you can see the way that the paper is glued together and how it's sturdy in the way that when it's together, you can't see anything, but the way it kind of accordions out and fans out is very remarkable. So he's constantly seeking new materials to incorporate from everyday life, such as paper, books, vinyl records, wood, found objects, and he's able to recycle these and use them in his pieces. So it does have kind of an eco-friendly aspect to it. And you can see here we have Frida Kahlo, the surrealist Mexican artist that we've talked about, who's very popular. So these Nike Air Jordan 1s, he first exhibited these in Washington Square Park in New York in this year. And what I love about this piece is that people came up to him and asked how much for the shoes, because Air Jordans are really sought after shoes if you know anything about sneakers. And people were so surprised to find out that they were made from paper. That just is a testament to how realistic his pieces are. So for those of you that like soda, we have his Pepsi bottle. And for those of you that like wine, we have his Chateau Margaux. And you can see in the top left corner a bit more up close of how the pieces of paper are glued together. And it seems quite solid and quite flexible. As I mentioned with the A$AP Rocky piece as well, you can kind of see how they're accordion together. And it's very intricate. And it's, in a way, it almost looks like a stack of Post-its, but Post-its, obviously, you can peel them off really easily, but these are really glued very strongly. I personally love this piece. I'm a lover of bulldogs, and this piece is so cute and so playful. If you go to Semper's website, there's actually a video showing him expanding and kind of playing with this piece. I can link to his website in the chat after so that you can all watch this video. And finally, we can see his Oreo cookies, which for this one, you can see the full thing stretches out. And that's so remarkable how it can be so flexible and still come back together and maintain its shape so well. Semper is still alive and exhibiting his work, and he's also making custom pieces for his patrons. A few celebrities that have his work include Ryan Seacrest and Wendy Williams. And he's also worked to make corporate art for companies like Microsoft, Adidas, and others, but these very large companies. And I'll end with this final quote I saw in a New York Post article that I thought was very cheeky. If things don't work out, he can always recycle his medium. Thank you, everyone.
That's incredible, Sarah. You know what? Mike, I got to tell you, my favorite piece, hands down, is the Oreos. Nice. Double stuff. You got to have double stuffed Oreos, right? So, Sarah, what's your favorite? What was your favorite piece?
I love the bulldog. The bulldog is my favorite. It's so cute and fun and funny. And I'll link to, I'll find the video and link to it in the chat of him kind of playing with it. It's fun.
It's impressive what he's done with just the engineering and making paper do what it does and look the way it does is really incredible.
Right. It's so unique.
It really is. And so thank you, Sarah. Now, I actually had a few moments to consider Felix's style of art, and I just couldn't help myself.
Very nice.
Excellent. That's incredible.
Not quite a bulldog, but a rubber doggy.
Very nice.